My name is Mighty Beard, and we are back here once again for another episode on the Unorthoblocks server emanating just outside the Mushroom City, because we are looking at our next project, that being this little park system with the waterfall. And I'm sitting here trying to envision what it is that we could be working with. As you can see, we laid out some dirt just to try to get a better grasp of what our proper border is. So this marks the edge of the biome, so we can basically build up this land up to the dirt, and then that would be the land that we would have available to us, which is not much more, not much more for sure, but it's still something. Now, as you saw in the last episode, Travis and I ventured out and visited a new dimension. That is because, yeah, we are now on 1.17 in the Unorthoblocks world, but pulling back the transparency curtain here, we couldn't update this world to get all the new blocks without making it much larger. So instead, we created a brand new dimension, which includes all of the new generation, which is fantastic. But it gave us a lot of new blocks that we can be using for our builds. For this one in particular, though, I'm thinking these two blocks have my interest. We've got Tough, which is hard to come by, it's hard to find, and Dripstone, as well as the stalagmites and stalactites, again, which are a bit hard to come by. These we can grow, not so much this, but I think this would be good to have near the water. So I'm thinking I don't want greenery up into the water. I want a lot of rocky paths to kind of have some separation. So we'll have rocks near the water as well as on the actual waterfall, then grassy areas, and then paths in those grassy areas. But I think these two blocks near the water would be pretty cool, along with stone and andesite, cobble, maybe some blackstone. We'll see. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking right now. Now, there's a few ways we can get those dripstone blocks, though. First of all, Wandering Trader, rare, and would only have a select few to choose from. Another is obviously mining, but we could also set up a bit of a farm, which is what I did here. We set up a farm, and it's very slow. It takes up to 5 in-game days for this to grow 1 level, and you need the dripstone block, but you also need the spikes. And and as it drips, they might form down here, but I only had I planted 4, and it's been some time, and actually it was enough time for me to breed 2 new villagers, because there is a 2 7/7 chance that a mason will be able to sell some. So in that time, we brought these 2 guys to life. This one we got all the way up to master, does not sell it. This guy though does. So we can get a stack. We can get a stack. 2 stacks a day from this guy, which would be pretty cool. So it's when he hits the journeyman level, is when those become available. So this might be the better route, but again, it's going to take time, and we don't really have a proper system for this. I mean, we've got the village, but to actually be able to find this guy again and trade with him be difficult. And again, it's only 2 7/7 chance, and we were just lucky to get him on the 7th one. And by 7th, I meant second. It was the second villager that we had put together that we got the trade. So we lucked out, but I think I would like to have a second one, only because getting maybe 4 stacks a day will help us complete this project quicker. But it's not just the blocks we want. We also want the spikes, and this is going to be one of our only ways to actually get the spike. So yeah, it's going to be a long drawn out project, but I think for today's purpose, maybe we can fill out this area, turn some more of the mycelium into the moss, and really start like kind of mapping out how this area is going to look. So let's go ahead and get to sleep, and then jump into a time lapse of us doing the first part of this terraforming project. Let's do it. So as you can see, we made a pretty big change, but I think it's for the better. Having a straight drop off of like one shoot down just didn't seem like enough, so we kind of customized it and expanded the reach. Yeah, you're happy. I know. Expanded the reach of just different pathways that this waterfall could come down, and I think it looks nice. Let's go ahead and sleep and see what it looks like in the daytime. Yeah, I'm digging it. I mean, obviously, we're gonna have to figure out what we want to do down here, but yeah, the next steps will be adding some rocks, adding some of our dripstone and our pointed dripstone. But I think this is a pretty good start. Now, as far as what to do down here, I actually don't want it to be as deep. I don't want it to be as deep as it is. I think we could probably get away with maybe 2 to 3 blocks deep down. And I think that would suffice. We could also do some nice stuff with the ground, like putting some seagrass, adding some gravel, adding some coarse dirt. Yeah, there's plenty of opportunities here. The only thing that I haven't quite figured out is where it's gonna go to, right? Because right now, that's it. And it feels pretty pathetic. This whole thing, it just squeezes down into the ocean. So I think we're gonna have to expand upon this some. Maybe stretch it out this way. I don't know. But yeah, we still have quite a bit to do. But we didn't set out to finish this project today, just to start this project today. And I feel like oh man, look at, we really need to do something with these pillars, make them go down. Just with things not loading, it's not good. That's not a good look. But okay, that's not important. There's something that we need to do today, and that is figure out what this thing is. Right next to me, is that a giant duck? Do we have a... Oh, yes, we do. Look at this thing. How long has this been here? We have a giant rubber duck. It seems to have been abandoned, and it is just outside of our docks. This is not a safe place. It should be in here, but is there a sign? Is there a show of ownership? Who owns this wondrous boat? All right, I'm not seeing I'm not seeing any signs of ownership. But yeah, this thing is not safe out here. There's a lot of drowned and all that stuff. So let's do this guy a solid and bring him into safety. All right, that's looking better, and it's in the safety of our port, which means shouldn't have any issues with what's outside of here, which is great. But we'll need to figure out who owns this ship and why they abandoned it. I mean, I really hope they're okay, but you know, time will tell. Time will tell. But hey, speaking of time, this takes forever. This takes absolutely forever to have these things grow. But we've been spending the time and waiting, and you know, we did some of that stuff over there. But yeah, there are pieces that are growing and pieces that are not growing super fast. You know, the wiki says about 100 minutes per level that it could grow, but I think that might be actually like, that might actually be like worst case scenario. I think it's between 1 day and 5 Minecraft days, because yeah, it seems to just kind of range. But we have been over here just kind of clearing things out, breaking them as we go, as they've been growing, and we do have quite a bit. But with that harvest, that brings our total up to yeah, almost 5.5 stacks, which is not bad. This is much better than what we had when we started, for sure. And really, that might be more than enough to complete this job, because I don't want to overuse it. I just want them here and there. Another thing I forgot to show you that we're going to have to work out is this side of it as well. So, like, obviously I've got this giant hole that I've got to fill, but how it blends in with this, as of right now, I'm thinking of just gradually bringing it down, but we'll probably have to do something with that cliffside just so it's not, just not as abrupt. But I'm not sure how to do that just yet, but we'll think about it. Oh, they followed us over here to the Mushroom City. Wonderful. We now have axolotls, I guess, over here, which is nice to see. Nice to see. But hey, we did a lot of work over here, and but there's plenty more to do. We have to finish the bottom. We also have to figure out where it is going to head, and then we have to decorate it. That's gonna be the next step. But that's where we're gonna leave it. My name is Mighty Beard. It has been a pleasure, and we will play Minecraft together again very soon. Later.